Thank you, Lisa, for accepting our invitation as part of Horeca to share with us some thoughts about the Definitely Good Guide award ceremony. I believe it's the 25th year or close that you've been organizing. It was, I believe, the first restaurant survey on the islands.
That's right.
Such a long journey.
Yes, very much so.
What are your thoughts about
26 years. It's incredible how fast, obviously, time flies. But it's been an interesting development over the years from, a small survey, as it were, not knowing really what we were going to have at the end of the day to what it is today. So it's developed incredibly over the years. Award ceremony as well now.
It's not only the survey that has developed, but also the restaurant and hotel industry in Malta.
Yes.
You've seen a lot of change in the
Very much so.
What are the major changes?
Originally, we had a number of restaurants which were all very good. We didn't necessarily know about them, but the survey allowed us to discover these restaurants because obviously regular diners out were voting for them. And I remember Marge 2 was our first restaurant, actually, with Victor Board. And then I hadn't even heard of this restaurant.
The one in St. Paul's Bay, right?
It was in Shamshir, yes. In a very small restaurant. And I thought, where's this restaurant? And of course, you discover all these little gems, don't you? And then Victor Board, obviously, is
I think it had maybe 10 tables.
Yes. Absolutely tiny, and that won the best overall restaurant in our first edition. So we discovered something new, and restaurants are now starting to. We used to say to them, I remember originally saying, please, can you change the decor? It was always everything was Italian trattoria style. It's like maybe we would invest in the decor a little bit, and now obviously we've seen the changes. The restaurants are investing hugely in decor and the look of their restaurants. And as long as it's not to the detriment of the food and the service, that's the thing. It's for them to get the balance ultimately.
Exactly. So definitely a good guide. After 25 years producing such surveys.
Yes.
The future?
Yes, well, it's interesting. I was just this evening announced a collaboration that I'm going to be working on with my company, which is called Eco Cook. And it's a Swiss-based company, but they're an international organization and they do certification for sustainability. So to introduce sustainability into restaurants. So to consider the aspect of restaurants now, it's really important, the challenges. We really need to think, obviously, of climate change and the eco-friendly. Visitors want to know more that they're going to visit sustainable restaurants as well. So we're going to be working together with this company called EcoCook.
It's a very important development, both for the Definitely Good Guide and for our local restaurant industry.
Yes, it's really
There's a lot of restaurants investing in this, a lot of tourists coming to Malta and especially asking about sustainability.
Exactly.
So I think that's a very good move.
So we feel it's the right time and we're in the right position as our company, being in the industry for 26 years, to work with restaurants and work on this aspect of signing up to become more sustainable ultimately. So that's a project in the pipeline for next year.
So a lot to work on.
Yes, more to work on.
So we'll see the Definitely Good Guys continue expanding.
Yes.
And working towards
keeping the standard, but also encouraging regular diners out to continue rating the restaurants, voting for restaurants. That's important. This all comes from regular diners out. So they rate their restaurants that they've been into in the last 12 months. So to try and encourage that, every September we have the survey to keep them coming in, with the restaurants.
And I think it's the only survey that consumers actually rate.
Yes.
So it comes from the customers.
Exactly.
From the customers up.
Exactly.
How many awards did you have to
Yes, there's quite a number. I mean, the 40 top-rated restaurants get commemorative plates. So there's 40. So you might see the plates in the restaurants, the Definitively Good Guide with Restaurants Malta. So there's 40 of those. And then there's all the additional special awards, which is there's a fair number of those as well. And they've been on the increase. We had 2 additional awards this year to normal. We had the ITS and the MTA award for the young chef and the young maitre.
So you try to have a quite a good overview of the local
Yes.
restaurant.
So it's the special awards. I mean, we might incorporate wine awards. You know, where would you take children-friendly restaurant potentially, to business entertainment, to local produce. So the local government
Quite a
would like to
difference
produce
from
that.
25 years ago.
Yes.
Nowadays, we have a lot of specific restaurants which are good for different categories.
Exactly.
Congratulations
Thank you so much.
for having the foresight of producing such a guide.
Thank you.
And thank you for organizing this award.
That's very kind. Thanks very
tonight
much.
for all the organization.
Lovely. Thanks very
Good job.
much. Thank you.